8QA connected to KG4DVE. KN4IMU connected to KG4DVE.
KN4IMU test. Okay, working well. Then we'll go and get this net started. Stand by 1 second. CQ, this is KN4IMU calling the Tri-State 2-meter net into session. My name is Michael, and I'll be your net control operator this evening. This net is sponsored by the River Cities Amateur Radio Association and meets on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. This net meets on the KG4DVE repeater, frequency 146.940, with a negative offset and a PL tone of 107.2. This repeater is located on Tarpon Ridge in Boyd County, Kentucky. We are also connected to the Portsmouth Radio Club repeater, which would be the N8QA 145.390, negative offset and a tone of 136.5 Hertz, which is located in South Webster, Ohio. We do not have the 444 tonight until the controller gets back this week, so hopefully we'll be back to normal by Friday or Monday, so we will see what happens. We are also available on Echolink at KG4DVE-R as well as N8QA-R. This net is an open net. All amateur radio operators are invited to participate in tonight's net, and the only thing you need is a valid amateur radio call sign. Break.
Whiskey 3, Whiskey, Victor, Alpha, connected to KG4DVE. Whiskey 3, Whiskey, Victor, Alpha, disconnected.
Following FCC rules, this net will yield to emergency traffic at any time during the net meeting. All traffic during the net meeting will be directed through net control. When you're asked to check in, please state your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your first name. After the check-in process, each station will then have a chance to make a comment or announcement. Rechecks will then be acknowledged and coordinated through net control following the check-in process. This is KN4IMU hosting the Tri-State 2-meter net. Before we continue, I do want to remind everyone due to the link situation to wait till the repeater drops before keying and wait at least a little bit of time to speak after you key up just so everything gets in sync and we don't screw anything up. So, that being said, we will start with stations with emergency or priority traffic for the net. If any stations have emergency or priority traffic, please call now. Okay, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic, we will start taking check-ins. We will start with short of time and in and out stations, then move on to Echolink, and then we'll do a call for check-ins by repeater due to the link situation. So, any stations that are short of time or in and out for tonight's net, please call now. A second call for any short of time or in and out stations for tonight's net. Okay, moving on now to Echolink stations. Any Echolink stations that would like to check into the net tonight, please call now.
WX8G, Gary. I'm on Echolink.
Alright, Gary, I got you checked in, WX8G. Any other Echolink stations? Okay, then, moving on now, and we'll start by repeaters now. So anybody on the KG4DVE repeater in Ashland that would like to check in, please call now.
W3, WVA, Greg in Spring Valley.
Alright, Greg, got you in there. Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha. Any other stations on the KG4DVE repeater wishing to check in?
Kilo Yankee, Joe, 13 gun, no traffic.
Okay, Joe, I got you in there, K8NRY over on the NAQA repeater. We're taking check-ins by repeater just because of the link situation at the moment. Any stations on the KG4DVE repeater that would like to check in, please call now. Okay, moving on then to the N8QA repeater. Any stations on that repeater that would like to check into the net tonight, please call now. Alright, well, looking for any stations anywhere wishing to check into the Tri-State 2-meter net, please call now.
This is Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Juliet Yankee, Gary and Flatwoods. How's good evening to you, Mike, in the net.
Okay, I had Gary, KD4Z Juliet Yankee, and then I think somebody doubled on the NAQA repeater, didn't let it drop. So anyone else who would like to check into the net, please call now.
Kilo Echo 8, Alpha Alpha Lima, Bill Waverly.
Okay, Bill, got you in there. Kilo Echo 8, Alpha Alpha Lima. Any other stations that would like to check into tonight's net?
KB8 SRN, Gary, I may have doubled with somebody. I'm not sure you got me, Mike.
I got you that time, Gary. KB8SRN got you checked in. Yeah, you may have doubled with other Gary there. Well, we got 3 Garys tonight, actually, so Gary up there in Flatwoods. Like I said, we're going to have to start numbering you guys. But anyways, I do got you checked in. So far, I'll go ahead and recap real quick. Had WXAG on Echolink, W3WVA, KE8NRY, KD4Z Juliet Yankee, KE8 Alpha Alpha Lima, and KB8SRN all checked into the net tonight. If there's any other stations that would like to check in, please call now. Alright, well, we'll check again here in a few minutes. We'll go to the top of the list. We'll start with Gary, WX8G. And Gary, what's going on with you, buddy?
Well, good evening to you, Mike, and the others that are checking in. Well, I went to physical therapy today, and had me doing some different things. And after I got home, my knee is sore, and it's kind of like puffy. So I don't know if I hurt it or not. But anyway, I've been out there working on my Toyota, trying to get those disc brakes on, and it's not real easy. Maybe if I had another set of hands, maybe it would be, but anyway, I just got tired and came inside probably about 20 minutes ago. So I don't know if we're going to end up with rain tomorrow, and if we do, that's not so bad either. Anyway, I'd like to be able to get it done, and I'd really had a lot of problems. I had to buy a socket and a wrench to do that, and then I went and borrowed a C-clamp, even though I have one somewhere. Well, anyway, I borrowed one from a buddy of mine, and later on I started to try and put things together, and that set of brake pads that they'd ordered for me was the wrong ones. So I took them back over to the store, and the guy had copied down an A, and so that made it wrong. But I got that changed around, and I come back, and I've been fighting with it this evening. But oh well, that's the way it goes. And I think maybe they might be somebody that's not doing what you told them about, letting everything drop, and they're not getting in. But anyway, have a good evening, WX8G.
All right, Gary, appreciate you checking in, buddy. Yeah, it's kind of goofy, but hopefully we'll be back to normal after this week. Give me a call after the net if you're not busy. Just wanted to ask you about the tracking, if you got it or any of that. So, anyways, appreciate you checking in, Gary. You have a good evening. And anybody that doesn't know, Gary will be doing the Portsmouth net tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And it is Traders Night, so definitely check in with him if you got something to sell or looking to buy. Or if you don't, just check in anyways. So, Gary, you have a good evening, buddy. We'll talk to you here soon. All right, next up is Greg, Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha. Greg, what's going on over there in Spring Valley?
Good evening, Michael, and everybody on the net. From beautiful Spring Valley, the northern tip of Wayne, where wild, wonderful West Virginia, where the water pressure varies depending on the time of the day. So I installed Echolink last night, and I made a couple QSOs back in St. Louis and some other places, and it seemed to be working fine. I thought maybe I'd try it tonight to check in, and I brought it up, and it did nothing. And I heard you on my my radio in the other room talking, but there was nothing coming out my PC speaker. So I disconnected and just closed out of the program altogether, and then about 20 seconds later, I heard the robot lady saying I was connected to the KG4DVE and then disconnected. And I've got a pretty good internet here, so I'm just wondering, is that something normal, or maybe you can clue me in on that. Michael, back to you.
Well, I'm not sure if things went through on the Portsmouth side there, because I heard a little whining noise. But to answer your question there, Greg, it waited because I was talking. It won't talk over you. You'll wait until the channel's clear before it makes the announcement for connect and disconnect. But it doesn't do it all the time. It'll only do it whenever I key the node to do something. So, like, if I'm sitting here, if I punch in a code to connect or disconnect, it'll announce everything 1 minute after that, and then it'll go silent. As far as the audio, it could be whatever method of connection you're using. If you're using relay, it should be fine because you're using one of the main Echolink relay servers, but they're not all like that. I know that. Other than that, I really don't know. It could just be your internet. That's the only thing I could think of, but hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. It'll give me a little more insight on this. I do want to get it going, and I also noticed there's a application for Android as well, so I'll do that just in case things go south or if I drive south. Anyway, WX8G, Gary, I will see you tomorrow night on a Traders Net, and I've got the same old stuff. I'll be repeating until I guess nobody wants it, or I'll throw it away. But anyway, 73 to everybody out there on the net. Stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow night, Gary. Back to you, Michael.
All right, Gary, appreciate you checking in. I'm not sure what's going on, why he keeps trying to key that radio up. It shouldn't be, but, nothing I do ever is perfect. So, anyways, Greg, appreciate you checking in, buddy. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you here soon. All right, next up is Joe, KE8NRY up there in Sardinia. Joe, I know you said no traffic. You got any comments or want to say hi or anything? All right, he may have been in and out, so we'll go and mark him down as such. He may have just wanted to check in, check out. So that brings us down to Gary, KD4Z Juliet Yankee. And Gary, what's going on with you, man?
No, not a whole lot. I think Peter keyed back up just a second. Okay, not a whole lot, Mike. Same old thing. It's just getting really boring. Not a whole lot to say here. I'll just turn it back over to you, Mike. You have a nice evening.
All right, Gary, appreciate you checking in, man. Yeah, it's goofy, but the controller should be on its way back, so hopefully by the end of the week we'll be back to normal. So, appreciate you checking in, man. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, next up is Bill, K8 Alpha Alpha Lima up there in Waverly. Bill, what's going on up there in Pike County tonight?
Well, there's not much going on up here. Went to the grocery store, got to looking, and it's been almost 2 weeks since I've been there, which is kind of a surprise. Stocked up on some stuff to, I guess, maybe not have to go out for another 2 weeks, at least to the store. But hey, it's been a beautiful day up here. Just a little bit of, just a little warm and a little humid. But I guess we get through tomorrow, it's going to cool down a little bit. But it's like we might get some rain to, I don't know, I'd say if it's going to be hot, if we get rain, it's probably going to stay pretty humid. But nothing else really taking place up here. Getting ready to listen up for the, I guess, the Ohio DMR net on 3139. And other than that, just going to take it easy. I think I'm going to go in here and fix me some corned beef and cabbage and some fried potatoes and sit down and dinner this evening. But other than that, nothing else is going on. With that, back to net control, Kilo Echo 8 Alpha Alpha Lima.
Hang on, I've done something weird. Hold on. Okay, I did something weird there. Sorry about that. Actually, I know what I did, so that's my fault. Bill, got everything you said there, man. Sounds like you got a pretty busy evening, and maybe the network will work well tonight. We know how DMR has been here lately, so. Bill, appreciate you checking into the net as always, man. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, next up is Gary, KB8SRN. Gary, what'd you get into today?
Mike and everybody on the net. Well, I'll tell you, last week the grandkids were here, and we were flying drones, little drones around the inside of the house. So I got that thing out, and
Gary, if you can copy us, buddy. Most of that was broken. We couldn't quite catch what you were saying.
rebuilt a carburetor for years today, and that was successful. So that's a good story. And that's all I have for me. But I did want to tell you that during your little preamble there that you read, that you saved before the net, you cut out also tonight. So just want to let you know what's going on. But a little piece of information. Anyway, 7-3, join the net. You're doing a nice job. KB8SRN, back to you.
Hi, Gary. I appreciate you letting me know that. Yeah, I'm here at the house, and the link radio to the 39 is out on the truck, so it's it's kind of a goofy little setup. So that might be wire, might just be the internet connection. I think that one's running off my hotspot, and it really shouldn't be, but not much you can really do about it. So that's probably why it's doing that, so I apologize on that. Anyways, appreciate you checking into the net, man. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, well, we're at the bottom of the list. This is KN4IMU hosting the Tri-State Premier Net, still taking check-ins for tonight's net. If anyone else would like to check into the net, please call now.
Hey, G.
Kilo Delta 8, Whiskey Tango Golf Tom, also in the beautiful downtown Muletown. Kilo
Victor, Mike Bravo. Just check me in and out, Mike. Just want to let you know I'm still alive.
AA8WI on Echolink.
Alright, I got Tom, KD8WTG. Rodney, KD8VMB, checked in and out. Good to hear you on here, Rodney. I heard you guys yakking this morning, but I didn't want to interrupt. And I had Bernie on Echolink, AA8WI. Any other stations I would like to check into tonight's net? Alright, then we'll go back up there to Muletown, see what's going on with Tom today. KD8WTG. Tom, what's going on, man?
Michael, if you don't care, go ahead and get Bernie. He's probably working. Are you mind?
No, not at all. I'll go and turn the mic over to Bernie, and then I'll come back to you, Tom. Not a problem. Appreciate you letting him go and cut the line there for you. AA8WI, Bernie, we'll put you on the spot. What's going on, man?
Well, I appreciate it, Tom. Actually, I'm not working tonight. I typically am, but Kel had a doctor's appointment in Columbus today, and we've been home probably a couple of hours, but so took a sick day at work. But like I said, I appreciate it. And Mike, not a whole lot going on. I will be back at work tomorrow, but yeah, I'm on. I managed to get back in, talk to Randy KF8YO on the. I was on the Bainbridge repeater, and I was in Columbus at the Spielman Cancer Center, and talked back to him here in Sauter County, so that was kind of cool. But anyway, it's about all I have, and I will turn it back to you, Mike. Wish everyone 73. Thanks again, Tom, and you guys have a good evening. AA8WI, back to Net Control.
All right, Bernie, appreciate you checking in, man. And yeah, it's handy to have DMR, big DMR network, so you can chat back home. Definitely handy to have, especially up there. So appreciate you checking in, man. You have a good evening, and we will talk to you here soon. All right, well, we'll jump back up to Tom then, KD8WTG. Tom, what did you get into today?
Well, good evening, Michael, and everybody on the net. Coming to you again live and direct from beautiful downtown Muletown. I went out and made some sales calls today and made some contacts and so on, and I went to the grocery store. Oh my! I bought more than I should have. I'll put it that way. But I had to stock up on some groceries. So a lot of it was on sale too. I will say that as a side note, a lot of it was on sale. I looked at those flyers real close, and I had some coupons too, as a couple of comedians you'd say. All right, other than that, kind of resting and winding down for the day. So back to Net Control, KD8WTG. Everybody stay safe.
All right, Tom, appreciate you checking in, man. Sounds like you've had a pretty busy day there, and appreciate you checking in as always. You have a good evening, man, and we will talk to you soon. All right, Rodney was in and out, and we let Bernie speak, so that brings us to the bottom list again. Before we continue, just a reminder again, it's Wednesday night, so the Ohio DMR net will be tonight at 8:30. If you are in southern Ohio, you'll be waiting about 30 minutes or so to check in. If you're anywhere else, you got about 45 minutes. So it's going to be as saying, their network's kind of, the entire network's always been goofy. So anyways, we'll go and call again for check-in, see if anybody else would like to check into tonight's net.
KE8MBF, KE8MBF, checking in.
Hey, Eric, I got you in there. KE8MBF got you checked in. I didn't catch what you said at the end there. You didn't say in and out, did you?
No, I will be in and out though. I'm actually about to head double A, so I probably won't have you for much. You may have me, but
figured I'd check in and say hey to everybody, and it's a good day to be on the radio.
Okay, Eric. Well, glad you're able to check in tonight. You be careful out there, and you have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, do we have any other stations that would like to check into tonight's net? Any stations anywhere, please call now.
KD8 KUM out west Huntington.
All right, Jim, got you in there. K88 KUM. Any other stations that would like to check in? Well, Jim, tell us what's going on there in the big metropolis of Huntington tonight.
Well, like people say when they're outweighing, they're outweighing. So that's why I say I'm out west and then west end out here. I'm in the part that didn't have all the trees smashing on cars and things and houses and out of power. So I guess I'm one of the. It just went south of us and across the east end over there. Otherwise, it's pretty messed up over that way. I'm fine. My sister's not. She's over on the other parts. At least no trees fell on her cars over there, so she survived that. But otherwise, I did my 25 minutes of work today out in the hot sun, and I came in and fell asleep in front of the fan. I won't have to work for another 2 days, I guess. Okay, back to you, Mike. KD8 KUM.
All right, Jim, appreciate you checking in, man. Glad to hear you on here. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you here soon. All right, do we have any other stations that would like to check into tonight's Tri-State 2-meter net? Please call now. All right, not hearing anybody else, then I'll go ahead and throw myself on the list. Give us 12 here. That scanner's going nuts right now. Today was my off day, so I literally just laid around today and then went out and cleaned my cargo trailer out a little bit. It needs some attention paid to, and got it cleaned up so that if I needed to use it, I've actually got some room in it. So I think I'm good there. Other than that, nothing else really going on as far as that goes. So just came in to do the net. Gonna probably go stay outside again for a little bit and then go to bed and go back to work tomorrow. So that's about how my day's gone. Break. Again, don't forget the Ohio DMR net starting up here in just a second, and maybe things will start working well tonight, but you never know. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock will be the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net with Gary, WXAG, as net control. And then at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow night will be the Ohio Valley Aries Races net. That'll be on the linked repeaters, W8SOE 146715 and W8SOE 146610, both with a 103.5 PL tone, or on Echolink at W8SOE-R. So, that's pretty much what's going on. That's what's going to go on for today and tomorrow. And then maybe Friday we'll be back to normal with all the repairs linked up, but it all depends on when the controller gets here, so we'll see about that. Let's do one more call for check-in, see if anybody else checks into the net tonight, and if nobody else checks in, we'll check out for tonight. So, anybody else who would like to check into the Tri-State 2-meter net, please call now. This is the final call for check-ins for tonight's Tri-State 2-meter net. If anyone else would like to check into the net tonight, please call now. Alright, well, not hearing anybody else, then we will close the net out then. I'd like to thank everyone that checked into tonight's net, as well as those that stood by while the net was being conducted. We had a total of 12 check-ins for tonight's net, so not bad for a Wednesday night. We'll now close the net out at 8:32 p.m. and turn all repeaters connected back to normal radio use. Let me pull this up real quick for anybody that's interested. Of course, the Hurricane net, I think, has been activated on the usual frequencies, but there's a post here a little bit about, I think the Hurricane net on Echolink, I believe it was. Let me look here. Yeah, there's a net control for the VoIP Hurricane nets. Anybody that has Echolink, if you look for WX_talk on Echolink, there's also DMR talk groups 3199 and 50535. I'm not sure if Justin's set up for those or not, but might be of interest to some of you all if you guys got Echolink. So, and with that being said, I'll now turn all repeaters connected back to normal radio use. Good evening, everyone. This is KN4IMU Net Control, and I'll be clear. KN4IMU, I'll be taking down the links.
N8Q8 disconnected. KN4IMU disconnected. Alpha 8 Whiskey India disconnected.
KG4DVE repeater